So I just got back from yoga like 2 seconds ago, and I've only done yoga like once or twice in my life, and yoga is the complete antithesis of how I'm wired. The reason why I love CrossFit is sprinting out of the gate like a muzzled greyhound, doing things for time and not breathing. CrossFit is like running through New York City during an earthquake on fire. Yoga is about breathing and stabilization. And not only did I do yoga, I did the hot yoga. It's like yoga meets sauna, where you're sitting in a room full of sweaty people, triple-digit temperature, and doing all these circus tricks, balancing acts. The point is this. So the word that popped out for me was stabilization. Man, I'm still sweaty. Stabilizing yourself while breathing and holding positions and having that solid core. So it's about stacking your shoulders with your hips and putting all your weight on your heels as you balance on one foot and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's a great metaphor for life, because you need to stabilize yourself or you will fall. What stabilizes you in life? Is it your faith? Is it your husband? Is it your sobriety? I believe that stabilization is an internal process, and of course, obviously, a spiritual one, but besides that, when we're talking about psychology, in order to stabilize yourself, I think the first thing that we must do is completely accept where you're at in your life, okay? The more you accept where you're at, who you are, your story, whatever happened in the past, your defects, the things that you struggle with, the more you accept that, the more these giant screws will come out of your heels and dig into the floor. And once you've accepted where you're at in your journey, then you can actually begin to work on what you want to work on. And then what that looks like is you're lifting feet, you're trying to hold poses, and you're going to fall, and you're going to trip like I did. You're going to roll back and maybe hit the person behind you. But you have to first start off stable. And in order to start off stable, you have to completely accept where you're at, who you are. And that includes the relationships that we're in. And it's not going to feel stable. But to get to a stable point in your life, you have to accept things for what they really are, the truth of them. And that also includes the relationship with yourself. And like life, growth and strength comes through getting comfortable with the uncomfortable while never fighting your breathing, right? And it was hard and it was exhausting and it felt like torture, especially for someone like me. And you know, you're half naked, you're drenched in sweat. I think I cried. I mean, they also, it's kind of dimly lit. They have the Jason Mraz music playing in the background, and no one can tell if you're crying because you're soaked. So I think I sat there and wept like a little baby. After yoga, I went out and I went to Trader Joe's across the street, and I kid you not, everything was brighter. Like the fruit and avocados and the colors were really bright, and my senses were very alert. And I decided to get some pineapple. And you know what? I bought them already cut. Fuck it, it's more expensive. It's like $4, but life's too short to cut pineapples.
When I look into your eyes,
Buy your kind of pineapple.
it's like watching the night.
Usually I'm the guy that leaves right away, except we're on the floor, and then there's music, and he told us just to relax and to breathe and think about your life. And usually I'm the first one out the door. I'm the guy, after a movie, I leave before the credits roll. I never stay for the credits, right? And this time I decided to stay. I said, you know, what's the rush? What do I have to do? Rush home and go make a YouTube video? So I sat there and I laid and drenched in sweat, and it was amazing. It was amazing to just sit there and breathe and reboot.
Get rough, I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up. And when you're needing your space to do some navigating,